Have you ever looked at wealthy people and wondered what they actually own that keeps making them richer while they sleep? Not just a salary or cash in the bank, but real assets, things that grow, pay out, and keep working long after they stop. Here's the secret most of them quietly follow. They don't trade more hours for money, they collect the right kinds of ownership. Once you understand what those things are, you can start building them for yourself, slowly at first, then with momentum. It starts with owning something useful and scarce. Real estate is the classic example. People always need places to live, work, and build. When you hold a good property, you have two engines running at once. The rent that arrives whether you're awake or asleep, and the value of the place itself, which tends to rise over long stretches of time. You don't need a mansion to begin. You can start with something small or even with a slice of properties through funds that pool investors together. The point isn't to brag about square footage, it's to own something that earns while you're living your life. But the asset with the most upside often has your name on the door. A business turns effort into equity. Unlike a job where the paycheck stops the moment you do, a business keeps spinning even when you're off the clock. It can be built, grown, systematized, and, one day, sold. That could be a simple online shop, a service you deliver better than others, or content that gathers an audience. If ownership is the theme, stocks are the most accessible way to play it at scale. A single share is a tiny slice of real companies solving real problems. When those businesses grow, you participate. Most people overcomplicate this. You don't have to guess the next rocket ship. Broad, low-cost index funds give you exposure to hundreds of strong companies at once. Markets bounce around in the short term, but time has a way of rewarding patience. Reinvesting what your investments pay out is how small beginnings become meaningful numbers. The digital world adds gasoline to all of this. A YouTube channel, a course, a website, a simple tool. These are modern forms of property. Build them once and they can earn for years, because attention and distribution now flow through the internet 24/7. A single video can keep bringing new people to your work while you're doing something else. A useful app can sell copies while you sleep. Even a great domain name can appreciate like land in a growing city. Think of digital assets as online real estate with global foot traffic and no closing hours. Of course, some assets are as old as trade itself. Commodities, gold, silver, energy, have a role because they don't care about your local currency or the latest headline. They're not there to thrill you, they're there to balance you. When money gets cheaper, hard assets often hold their ground. You can access them directly or through businesses that explore, refine, and deliver the world's raw inputs. Not flashy, just foundational. Speaking of foundations, pure land sits quietly and becomes more valuable as people and infrastructure crowd around it. You can lease it, partner on projects, or simply wait as the world grows toward it. No broken pipes, no peeling paint, just patience. It's boring until it isn't. Some of the most powerful assets can't be touched. Intellectual property, books, songs, software, designs, frameworks, pays you long after the first burst of effort. Create it once, protect it, and let licenses and royalties drip for years. Then link that to something even wider. Your brand. A brand is the story people believe about you before you say a word. When it's strong, selling gets easier, prices get better, and opportunities come to you. Pair that with your network, the people who know, like, and trust you, and you now have distribution, feedback, and deal flow. Most breakthroughs trace back to a conversation, a recommendation, or a message from someone you helped 3 years ago. All of that is powered by knowledge and skills. The more you learn, the more you can build, and the faster you can adapt. Pick a valuable skill and go deep. Stack it with another. Keep going. The compounding is real. Each new thing you master makes all your old knowledge more useful. It's the one asset no one can take from you. Then there's the asset that separates people who say one day from those who do the thing. Time. Everyone gets 24 hours. The wealthy invest theirs. They protect their calendars, batch their work, automate, delegate, and spend their best hours on high-return activities. Even one focused hour a day aimed at building an asset, product, channel, system, will look like magic in a couple of years. Time multiplies whatever you feed it. None of this matters if you're running on fumes. Health and energy sit underneath every result. Sleep, training, food, sunlight, movement. These aren't luxuries, they're performance tools. When your body works, everything else feels lighter. When it doesn't, even simple tasks feel heavy. Treat your energy like an account you want growing, not one you're draining. Your online presence ties these pieces together. Before people buy from you, work with you, or hire you, they look you up. What do they find? A useful channel, a clean site, examples of your work, clear proof that you show up and deliver. That's digital real estate you can control. It pulls in clients, buyers, collaborators, and fans while you're busy doing the work. Protect all of it with the asset nobody sees until it's missing. Reputation. Keep your word. Be early, finish things. Tell the truth. Take the long view. That compound interest is slow and quiet, but it never stops. One careless move can cost years of trust. It's not worth the shortcut. Finally, the engine that makes everything bigger is using what you know to help other people. The moment your knowledge solves a problem for someone else, it turns into income, opportunity, and impact. Teach, coach, consult, record, write. Whatever format lets you transfer what you've learned. People pay for transformation, not information. If you can reliably take them from A to B, you'll never run out of demand. So here's the path. Start where you are with what you have. Pick one asset you can begin building this week. Maybe it's filming your first video, setting up a simple storefront, buying your first index fund, or writing the first chapter of a mini course. Keep it small, keep it consistent, and keep stacking. The magic isn't in a single grand move, it's in the steady addition of pieces that compound together. Real property, digital property, equity, skills, relationships, and reputation. Do that long enough and you'll notice something shift. Your money won't just come from hours, it will come from assets you own. That's when work becomes optional, choices expand, and your time belongs to you again. Thanks for watching InvestingFlix, where smart money learns smarter moves. Subscribe for more insights that grow your wealth.